Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Drew Williams and I'm a cinematographer, and today I'm here to discuss the brand new SIRUI 75mm t2.9 full-frame anamorphic lens. SIRUI was kind enough to send the anamorphic full-frame lens my way a few weeks ago. We used it to wrap principal photography on the new Bronco music video, Devil You Know. All of the shots throughout this video were shot entirely with a 75mm anamorphic lens. So this is the second full-frame anamorphic lens from SIRUI. First was the 50mm, now the 75mm. It's got a 1.6 times squeeze factor and a 2.8 to 1 cinemascope aspect ratio. So I always try to answer the question, why anamorphic instead of just using a standard lens? It just provides a nice creamy oval bokeh, amazing lens flares that you can only get using a anamorphic lens, and it's extremely organic looking. These lenses are designed to work with full-frame sensored cameras that shoot standard 16:9 video. It can of course later be de-squeezed to a 2.8 to 1 cinemascope aspect ratio, which is what you're seeing right now. So there are 4 different mounting systems for this lens. There's an L mount for Leica, Panasonic, and Sigma. There's a Z mount for Nikon. There's an RF mount for Canon and the Red Komodo, and of course the E mount for Sony, which is what you're seeing in this video. One thing that I noticed right off the start was how solid the build quality felt. Originally, the first 75mm for the crop 35 sensor looked like this, so it's a little bit smaller than its big brother. It features an 82mm filter thread and a 1/4 threaded bracket for extra support. Using an anamorphic lens helps to capture more horizontal information without compromising height. The front element compresses the longer dimension image, which allows it to fit into your sensor. Since we have a longer focal length at 75mm, the depth of field is nice and shallow, and it's one of my favorite parts of shooting with this lens. There is a minimum focus distance of about 2 feet or 0.6 meters, meaning your subject must be at least that distance in order to get minimum focus. I was really impressed with how smooth the aperture and focus rings were and how they didn't slip while we were using it on set. This smooth aperture ring goes from T2.9 to T16, which allows you to dial in your depth of field depending on what you're shooting. Now you can add a more narrow field of view option to your SIRUI anamorphic kit without breaking the bank. A huge thank you to SIRUI for sending this out my way and allowing me to use it on the new music video. And just like my other review videos mentioned, I highly recommend this lens as a filmmaker if you have wanted to get into using anamorphic lenses without breaking the bank. Its organic and sharp look is truly representative of anamorphic characteristics and is beautiful to the eye. Especially for my full frame users, no more vignetting. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to hit me up in the comments below. You can subscribe to the channel as well if you'd like. I appreciate your time, and we'll see you in the next video.